Put your hands over your head. Okay. So he puts his hands over his head. I taped his hands to his head with carpet tape. Watching him go up the stairs looking for dad was hilarious. First, I want to thank the bride and groom for this beautiful venue that they've gotten here. It's awesome. Yeah. It's a pleasure and an honor to be up here, to be the best man for my little brother. Well, some of you may not know, I'm Josh, the golden boy of the Baker family. Ben is my little brother. We grew up in Kingston, Ontario together. We had lots of fun spending hours in the sandbox, pushing each other in our wagons, and building forts in his room. Never was a dull moment with Ben. He was so trusting. One time, I asked him for a piggyback ride. He said, sure. I said it was gonna be okay, so I jumped on his back. He fell immediately, broke his toe. Another time, I remember we were in the basement of the house. Summer holidays, I'm in the furnace room looking around for stuff just to play with. I found something. I grabbed it, put it behind my back. I went out to Ben. Hey, Ben, I got a surprise for you. Put your hands over your head. Okay. So he puts his hands over his head. I taped his hands to his head with carpet tape. Watching him go up the stairs looking for dad was hilarious. Still has hair loss, but he's all right. Not only was Ben a great sport, he's very thoughtful, caring, and a loving brother too. My most memorable birthday gift from him was a snowmobile, which is pretty awesome, right? This one needed a lot of work, a lot of work. But it didn't matter to me. I could tell just by looking at Ben, he put a lot of thought into it. He knew that I like to ice fish, go ice fishing, and that was the whole idea behind it. He was so happy to give this thing to me, even though it needed work. That's okay. It was great. We never got it working. Another great trait about Ben, he's always willing to help. When I was living in Toronto, before Ben and Rachel moved, I had a truck, and it broke down quite a bit. Anytime I would ask him for help, he'd be there right away. He'd give up his Saturdays to me, even probably time with Rachel too at that time, just to help me and fix my truck so I could get back to work on Monday morning. I can see why these two fell in love. When I met Rachel, I knew she was the one for Ben. They balance each other out just perfectly. Ben brings the comedy and Rachel brings the brains. We used to have a games night every Thursday when Ben and Rachel eventually moved to Toronto. I look forward to it every week. It's a nice break from reality, just to get away from things and hang out with these two. Rachel would come home from school at about 6 o'clock and no fuss or anything about that. She would just make us dinner. That was lovely. Grilled cheese, beef dip, or chicken Alfredo. Those were her go-tos. But if Rachel wasn't cooking, it was Ben. And then Rachel and I, we would just chat and sometimes play video games together, but I really enjoyed those chats that we had together. I admired these two quite a bit. They worked together awesome and they support each other. Even at that time, they were just starting out. So it's hard. They were new to Toronto, not many friends. They did really well together. I always want the best for my little brother, and I'm happy to say he found the best with Rachel. So Rachel, welcome to the Baker family. Congratulations, Ben. Let's raise our glasses to these two amazing people. We love you too and wish you all the best in the future.